It's almost Halloween, and that means we get to watch scary movies. But what is a scary movie without some eye candy? Whether or not you would like it to be the antagonist or the protagonist, here are 10 horror movies with handsome actors in it.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Clive Barker is a mastermind behind this 1990 horror movie starring Sheffer. Adapted from his 1988 novella Cabal, Nightbreed was written and directed by Clive Barker. 20th Century Fox drastically cut the film before its theatrical release. A little bit of a tongue twister there.
This kind of a tongue twister.
Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied.
And Barker has been very vocal about the fact that the film is not true to his vision of the story. Luckily for fans of the film was re-released as a director's cut in 2014. Whether or not you enjoy the 1990s version, one thing is for sure. Sheffer was the highlight of this film. I remember seeing an American Werewolf in London as part of a Halloween movie marathon when I was 13 years old, and I was blown away by the film.
Nice looking group. Hey, listen, at least it's warm in here.
The practical effects in this film looked so realistic, especially the transformation scene.
I'm burning up!
Which, I might add, contains some nudity. Believe it or not, David Naughton was cast because director John Landis was impressed with his performance in a Dr. Pepper commercial. Unfortunately, Dr. Pepper severed all ties with the actor after appearing in this film because of the nude scenes. I for one will admit that the transformation scene transformed something inside of me, making me question my sexuality, like so many other closeted gay teens. If you're new to the channel, I post videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. No videos on a Monday though, because I don't like Mondays.
I don't like Mondays.
Before he was a guardian angel, better known as a white lighter on the TV show Charmed, Brian Krause starred in this 1992 film, which was the first film specifically written for the screen by Stephen King and which was not based on any of his books or short stories. I've always had a bit of a crush on Brian Krause with his blonde hair and his eyes that just drew you in. Out of all of his acting credits, Sleepwalkers is still my favorite. You can't help but feel sad for his character as he wasn't really evil, but simply trying to stay alive, even if it was to suck the soul out of a virgin. Two hunks for the price of one. Christine. This adaptation of a Stephen King novel has not one, but two male leads to fall in love with. Whether you prefer the nerdy type or the jock, this movie has both. Keith Gordon and John Stockwell were perfectly cast for this movie and have a certain on-screen chemistry that always made me wonder whether or not they were secret lovers. Teen heartthrob Scott Baio was originally considered for the role of Arnie.
Arnie Cunningham.
And it's difficult to imagine anybody except Keith Gordon playing Arnie. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. This film probably needs no introduction, as whenever modern movie audiences think of Anthony Perkins or Alfred Hitchcock, Psycho comes to mind.
The mattress is soft, and there's hangers in the closet, and stationery with Bates Motel printed on it in case you want to make your friends back home feel envious.
Perkins' good boy looks and innocent demeanor made him the perfect psychopath, and though the role typecast him, Perkins has been noted by saying that he does not regret taking on the role. Another fun fact, Alfred Hitchcock gave Perkins a nickname, Master Bates. Some film historians have noted that two Hitchcock films include homoerotic undertones, namely Strangers on a Train and Rope. Perhaps he was hinting at something by calling Perkins Master Bates. That's just my opinion. This classic film has a lot going for it. Not just the plot, but the handsome young cast which includes Jason Patric and Wirth. I'm not singling out anybody specific in this film, but Jason Patric and Billy Wirth is definitely worth taking note of.
I can't beat your bike. You don't have to beat me, Michael. You just have to try and keep up.
It took some convincing to get Jason Patric to play the role of Michael, as he felt playing a vampire sounded silly, but luckily for us he came to his senses. This film has been credited with helping to shift vampires in film from ancient beings to younger, sexier creatures to appeal to a broader and younger audience. So technically, without the Lost Boys, we would never have gotten Twilight. If you had to pick between Jason Patric and Billy Wirth biting you in the neck, who would you choose? Or did you have a crush on one of the other male actors in this film? Let me know in the comments. Coming in at number 4 is a zombie film, Night of the Creeps. This is one of those films that can go either way when it comes to eye candy. You either watch it for the dorky protagonist Chris, played by Jason Lively, who was very cute by the way, or you secretly had a thing for the typical jock portrayed by Allan Kayser. Oh wait, let's not forget about Chris's best friend JC, portrayed by Steve Marshall.
I don't know. Come on. You're kidding, right?
Originally, Jason Lively auditioned for the part of JC before being cast as Chris.
That whole stunt was your Nobel Prize winning idea, and B, we didn't even pull it off. We chickened out, okay?
Though this film didn't perform quite as well at the box office as expected, it has however become a cult classic. And in my opinion, it's largely due to the attractive male cast. Argue with me. You can't, can you? A Nightmare on Elm Street 4 was featured in a similar video on this channel a while back, but this week we're not talking about Danny Hassel. We're talking about Andras Jones.
Kincaid and Joey died last night.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Rick! Come here!
Yeah. Stay with her.
He probably had his fair share of gay men crushing on him back in the day. With only a handful of acting credits, this actor's and singer's standout role, in my opinion, was in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. This film was ranked as number 1 on its opening weekend during August of 1988 and is considered a high point in the franchise's uneven journey when it comes to creativity.
Sort of defeats the purpose, don't it?
What?
The mirror. You can't see yourself in it.
I don't want to.
Which actor did you have a crush on? Danny Hassel or Andras Jones? Or both? Nobody will blame you if you had a crush on both. This might be considered a Christmas movie by horror fans, but it's still a horror movie worth checking out, whether you watch it during the festive season or on Halloween.
Santa Claus!
Looks like you get to see him tonight after all, Billy.
This film stirred up a lot of controversy during its initial cinema run, including people picketing outside cinemas against seeing a film portraying Santa Claus as a psychopath. Silent Night, Deadly Night was Robert Brian Wilson's debut film, and he made quite the impression as a troubled teen who goes on a killing spree dressed up as Santa. But due to the controversy surrounding the film, his acting career never really picked up, and he only did a few guest appearances on TV before retiring from acting in 1993, which is such a shame in my opinion. Ever heard of a horror movie with a sound as its name? This horror movie from 1973 is named after the supposed sound that a snake makes. The film was considered a financial success and tells the story of a college student who becomes a lab assistant to a scientist who is working on a serum that can transform humans into snakes. As if snakes weren't already scary enough on their own. Luckily, the film had the handsome Dirk Benedict as a protagonist, and I think a lot of viewers were upset when they learned that the producers of the film did a bit of post-editing of the skinny dip scene to ensure Dirk Benedict left something to the imagination. I wonder if you can get the unedited film somewhere online. If you know where, let me know. Do you agree with the entries on this list? Is there a horror movie with a hunky protagonist that I've skipped? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to click like and subscribe so you can stay up to date as soon as I post new videos. For a similar video to this one, click on this link.